1577, al-Mansur took over as sultan after ousting the black ruler Sultan Muhammad XI. He was on the lookout for alliances to strengthen his kingdom, and across the sea, Queen Elizabeth I of England was trying to rally allies for her empire-building plans. They struck up a deal where Britain would secretly supply timber to help build Morocco's navy, and in return the Queen hoped Morocco would assist her in attacking Spain. But al-Mansur really wasn't interested in that. His sights were set southward. He had his eyes on the wealthy Songhai Empire, thinking this could be his moment to make a name for himself in history. Over in Songhai, Askia Daud was in charge until he passed away in 1582, and after that, civil wars broke out. During all this chaos, the Moroccans decided to send some spies over to check things out. In Songhai, Askia Daud was in charge until he died in 1582, after which civil wars broke out. During this tumultuous time, the Moroccans sent a spying mission to the area. Major Dubois, who wrote the groundbreaking book Timbuktu the Mysterious, tells us that they dispatched an embassy in 1583, officially bringing fancy gifts, but really there to scout the main roads, towns, and military strength of Songhai. Askia el-Hajj II welcomed the embassy in Gao and sent them back with even grander gifts. This only added fuel to the fire. After that, Askia al-Hajj, Muhammad II, the winner of the Civil War, ruled for 4 years before Muhammad Bano took over for 2 years. Stability didn't really return until 1588, when Askia Ishak II became emperor. However, West Africa's golden age faced a significant setback when Morocco invaded in 1591. A Moroccan source details how al-Mansur spent several years persuading his council of war regarding his grand ambitions. Their primary concern revolved around the potential death toll from traversing the Sahara Desert. "Prince," they cautioned, "there lies a vast desert between our nation and the Sudan, West Africa, devoid of water and vegetation, so treacherous that even birds lose their way there." Al-Mansur replied confidently, "If these are your only objections, they should not stand in the way of my resolve. The conquest itself will be straightforward, for the Sudanese are unfamiliar with gunpowder or cannons, and they know nothing of our fearsome muskets. Their weapons are merely spears and sabers. What could they do against our might? Why should we engage in war with the Turks, who bring much trouble for little gain, when the Sudan presents an easier target and is wealthier than all of northern Africa?" After successfully persuading the Council of War and years of meticulous planning, al-Mansur reached out to Queen Elizabeth I on June 23, 1590, seeking England's assistance. The Queen was eager to help, offering men and weapons. The prospect of looting the Songhai Empire for its vast gold reserves was an opportunity too lucrative to ignore. As a result, Queen Elizabeth provided artillery, cannonballs, firearms, and soldiers. The allure of Songhai's riches drew in other Europeans as well. In al-Mansur's first army division of 4,000 men, approximately 2,500 were Europeans. Most of the artillerymen were English, and the overall commander was a Spaniard named Judar Pasha. Professor de Graffy Johnson notes that the eagerness of Europeans to join this Moroccan army was so immense that Spanish became its official language. In October 1590, the Moroccan army, led by Judar Pasha, a eunuch, set out to invade Songhai. The force comprised 2,000 soldiers, 1,500 lancers, 500 cavalry, 1,000 camelmen, along with 8,000 camels, 1,000 pack horses, and 600 scouts. It can be presumed that the remaining 7,000 camels were loaded with artillery and supplies. Accompanying Judar Pasha was a personal unit of 70 trained bodyguards. Nevertheless, the harsh journey across the desert took a heavy toll, with 1/3 of the army perishing along the way. Despite the losses, they pressed onward towards Songhai. By February 1591, they arrived at the river Niger. Songhai scouts soon detected the Moroccan expedition and swiftly raised the alarm. The Songhai War Council quickly assembled an impressive force of 18,000 cavalrymen and 9,700 soldiers, commanded by Askia Ishak II. As preparations for battle took shape, Judar Pasha found himself vastly outnumbered. However, he was equipped with substantial supplies of guns, ammunition, and cannons, giving him a distinct advantage in the coming confrontation. Songhai didn't have any of those weapons. When the war broke out, a huge number of people were killed brutally. After Judar Pasha won his first battle, he kept going. He looted and burned cities like Jenne, Gao, and Timbuktu. His troops destroyed water wells and wiped out crop fields. As-Sadi noted that after the invasion, food prices skyrocketed, causing many to die from hunger, with some even resorting to eating the remains of animals and other people. The exchange rate plummeted to 500 cowries. Then, to make matters worse, a plague hit, killing off many who had survived the famine. This surge in food prices lasted for 2 years and left the locals in dire straits, forced to sell their furniture and household items. All the elders agreed they had never seen anything like this disaster before, and none of them could recall hearing about anything similar. In Morocco, things were quite different. Al-Mansur received an incredible amount of gold dust, musk, slaves, ebony, and other precious items, leaving onlookers amazed and envious. He paid his officials in pure, high-quality metal, which hints that he might have tampered with his coinage. His palace had 1,400 smiths busy turning gold into coins, while other parts of the treasure were made into necklaces and jewelry, earning the Sultan the nickname El Dekabi, the Golden. There were massive public celebrations in Marrakesh that lasted 3 days, with delegations coming from everywhere to offer their congratulations.